I decided to make an assassin build with the Praxic Blade, and hey, this is how it turned out. Serve and kill one. Go invisible. Pop up over here. Go invisible. Pop up over here. Go invisible. Pop up over here. Go invisible. Since they already blind by the smoke, prop ascension again. Throw that. Go invisible. Pop out. Kill him. And then the last final one. Okay. So, as y'all seen, I was doing smoke to blind them and be able to fight them off, fend them off without them killing me. Okay. What up, guys? Alchemist, I got something nice for you. So what we're using in today's build is, I know it looked like we're using Omnioculus, but we're not. We're using Gwisin's Vest. Okay. Gwisin's Vest, a exotic perk says roving assassin. We don't care about the first part. Okay. We only fear for the second part that says exiting invisibility while near a target creates a cloud of weakening smoke around you. That's why I was able to blind the knights while I was fighting them with the sword, and they really couldn't fight back. I was mostly getting shot at from the boomer knights from far away. Okay. And by the way, I just want to add this in because it's the reason why I'm able to do this drip. Y'all know the legendary ornaments that pairs up with exotics armor? We now can utilize that without having that actual exotic armor on. So I'm finally able to use Omnioculus combo with its exotic with his legendary ornament helmet to get like the eyeballs blinking on top of the helmet. I just want to throw that out there. This looks pretty cool to me, okay? But I'm glad I can do that. So I'm actually start investing into getting those legendary pieces of ornaments that goes with the exotic armor. But anyway, that's the exotic we're using today. The stats you want for it in this spread, stat spread you want for this build is 100 class stat, 100 super stat, and then 100 weapon stat and above. You can get it for do more damage to bosses, right? Okay. Praxic Blade, we are running impact core so we can weaken enemies when we swing on them to get invisibility. You don't need this. I just got a void super on. You can run a solar super for this build to do the scorches and ignitions with the weakening, but I wanted more damage resistance in this build, so I wanted that void overshield from picking up orbs power off the ground. That's the only reason. But your super can be whatever you want it to be. I just want to use tether because there's a lot of enemies in the new renegade activity, and tether just super good in there. Okay, and then of course we're rocking balance form, kill enemies, start health regen, and do more damage to red names. Right now, artifact. Oh yeah, and the weapons. You choose whatever weapons you want. I just, you know, my go-to. Artifact. In artifact, obviously, there are 4 perks you want to run. You want to run kinetic synthesis. This is how you keep infinite ammo for your Praxic Blade. Power from pain. Whenever we kill multiple weakened enemies, we get devoured, which we're going to be doing because we're going to do the smoke bomb, and our sword blade swing attack is going to be weakening enemies. So just give us devour in this build. And then, obviously, enemies blow up with weakening burst from singularity blade on. And then we got combination of argent blade and increase our sword damage by 15% whenever we swing, and then wait 0.4 seconds before we swing again on an enemy, right? You want to have dielectric on because we are popping ascension in this build, so this will give you the bolt charges in the build. And then you want to have sword storm combo to disorient the enemies even more in this build so they can't fight back. And then whatever other slots you want to put on, you can put on like void infestation or kinetic rupture or even elemental orb arc. Up to you, okay? But those are the mandatory perks you want on your artifact. Armor set. I'm rocking 2-piece of tech set and 2-piece of smoke jumper, so I get that damage resistance, but also I can slice the enemy shields off easy because Praxic Blade is a kinetic weapon, so this makes it that we do 200% more damage to enemy shields, so that you can just run enemies down easily. But before we continue, shout out to today's sponsor, DVN.net. Guardians, I would like to recommend you all a great service the Traveler blessed us with, DVN.net. Here, you can find a team to complete different activities for you, like raids, dungeons, trials, exotics that you don't have, And even power grind. No longer do you have to torture yourself with grind level torture. You can give it to somebody else. You can torture somebody else with it, okay? All the services can be done without account sharing. So no worries about securing your account and having to give away your login information. To order a service like that, all you have to do is talk to an operator in the bottom right corner where it says chat and schedule a self-play appointment with your order. The website has been working for a long time. It has a lot of players, reviews, and payment methods. You can check out everything yourself, and with the promo code AlchemistKirito, you will have a 15% off discount on all services. If you have any further questions, just ask the operator in the bottom right corner. What you waiting for? Get help from deviant.net today. Subclass, again, rocking tether, let you guys know, and we're rocking Facet of Purpose to get a void overshield. This just extra damage resistance, so it can be stacked on with the ascension, so you can use this in harder end content more easy. But if you're in easier content, by all means you can go with Golden Gun to get that restoration and do some score slash ignitions in your build. But my build from yesterday was like the more deadly version of Praxic Blade that I recommend if you want to go that route, because that has the new Hunter exotic for void overshield, so you get the lethality and the damage. But this build is more, it works. It's not as deadly, but it's fun because you get to blind all enemies that can't fight back, and yeah, you just really become an assassin. You run around and kill them one by one. Acrobat Dodge on, just like the new meta for hunters. You use Ascension, you get Radiant for the 20% extra damage, and you get Amplified, so that you have damage resistance and enemies miss their shots. You can run Threaded Spike or whatever melee you want, and you can run whatever grenade you want. Up to you. I ran Arc Bolt Grenade, so if I do kill multiple Joda enemies, I can get Amplified without having to use Ascension. I believe that's how it works. So yeah, but you can run whatever grenade you want. You can even run Dustfield Grenade to freeze enemies and whatnot, but also using this so I can kill the enemy and make it overpowered with firepower inside my arm piece. And of course, when the Stylish Executioner, just make it that any elemental debuff we do, make it goes invisible. So this is how we're going to be proccing Gwisin's Vest in this build. And then we have Faster Protection on, because we will be surrounded by enemies most of the time, so it gives a 15% damage reduction. We got on Faster Grades to make that we get Transcendence very quick, because we're using a kinetic weapon to deal damage. Faster Purpose for the Void Overshield. And then we got Faster Hope to give that 60% uptime on our class ability for having multiple buffs on, which would be Radiant and Amplified, and then sometimes Void Overshield, right? Armor mods. We got on Special Ammo Finder and Kinetic Charge Siphon to make our kinetic weapons, and Arc Weapon make Orbs power for us, and then I'm running double special, so help with ammo economy for ourselves. Arm piece, I got on Firepower. Again, this is the reason why I got Arc Bolt Grenade on, to get kills and then make Orb power for myself whenever I need one. And then I got 2 bolstering detonations on, so when the Arc Bolt Grenade does damage, I'll get class ability energy, so I can proc Ascension again for the Radiant and Amplified. Chest piece, I got resist mods on. Lead piece, I got on Better already, so I pick up Orb Power to start my health regen. We may have Devour on, but I still want to be able to pick up an Orb Power to start health regen in case an enemy like hit me or something like that, right? Just more secureness, okay? But if you feel like you're secured enough, you can take off Better already and put on something like Insulation, so you get your more uptime in your class ability. And then we got 2 kinetic weapon surges on to increase that damage of Praxic Blade by 17%. And then our class item, we got Distribution on to get class ability energy, well, ability energy for all our abilities, including super. And then I got Reaper on, so whenever I pop my class ability, I can kill an enemy for sword, aka Praxic Blade, and make an Orb power for myself. And then we got Bomber on for more grenade energy whenever we do pop Ascension to keep the loop going. Okay, that's the whole purpose of the build, to be honest. Just to run in there, kill an enemy, go invisible, and then the next enemy I beat up on, if they're a yellow name or something, a big smoke explosion happen, it lingers out there and it blinds them. Some may say, why not use Capri Sting? But Capri Sting explosion, smoke explosion is smaller and it don't stay out there for a long time, so the enemies don't stay blind for a long time. Compared to Gwisin's, the smoke stay out there longer, it lingers a long time, bigger explosion, and make the enemy stay disoriented longer. So it's just a better option, okay? This is more of the methodical gameplay loop compared to yesterday's Praxic Blade build. This one is more sneaky attack at the right time compared to the other one where it's like just charge in, gun ho, and just beat up the enemies. Okay, pick your poison on which your gameplay style is. Hope you guys enjoyed this build. I love you guys, appreciate you guys always. I have gameplay footage at the end of this, and hit that subscribe button if you're new. Roll to 10K before the end of the year. I highly appreciate we can accomplish that goal. And until next time, love you guys, appreciate you guys always. Stay up.